Our speaker this morning is an international speaker, motivator, and trainer. He is passionate about enabling people to excel in their personal and professional lives. A powerful presenter with an energetic speaking style. He inspires and motivates his participants to produce lasting change. Okay. More than 250 million people have benefited from his presentation in 47 cities of the world in the last 20 years. So, hindi pa ako pinapangalan. Joke lang. Okay? Hindi ako nakareact. Ay, ganon. He has appeared on television and radio in New York, California, and South Africa, and the only speaker and trainer in the world who has the combined strength of an MBA from USA, business acumen through his own business enterprise, a qualified corporate yoga practitioner for more than 20 years, and has 20 years of experience in speaking and conducting training programs. Okay. This wealth of experience enables him to share rich ideas and experiences with the audience during his sessions, which are very interesting, interactive, and impactful. Our speaker has been invited to deliver presentations, trainings, and workshops at various countries such as Malaysia, USA, Singapore, Dubai, United States, India, South Africa, Sweden, and Ireland. He has specialized in conducting programs in motivation and achieving excellence, time and stress management, communication and presentation skills, and other areas of professional development. Introduction pa lang yan. Lastly, his participants include executives from more than 650 organizations, including AC Nielsen, Cadbury, Cartier, Caterpillar, Barclays, Federal Express, GlaxoSmithKline, Unilever, Johnson & Johnson, Meyer, Nokia, and Pfizer, just to name a few. Okay. So let's welcome the powerful presenter with energetic speaking style, Mr. Nikhil Desai.
So good morning, everyone. Good morning. That's not good enough. Good morning. Good morning. They've assured me the lights don't come down even if you shout out a good morning. Good morning. Fantastic. Isn't that much better? You know, the world is nothing but an exchange of energy. And when you meet somebody in the morning and you say, good morning, how does the other person feel? Pretty low, right? But if you go out and exchange a hearty good morning, there's a fantastic exchange of energy. I believe I am in Manila. Am I in Manila? Yeah, because I travel all over the world, 47 cities of the world every year. And in Manila, I believe it's right to say Mahu Hai. Is that right? Did I get it right? Mahu Hai. Okay, fantastic. Great. Today's session on managing stress to improve performance. I think it's so huge. My first question to you before we get into a little bit of ice breaking is, are stress levels rising, my friends? Yes or no? Yes? Okay, then this session is going to be useful because I'm not going to share with you only theories. I'm also going to share with you some practical tips and experiences on how to manage. Stress levels rising. 3/4 of employees believe there is more on-the-job stress than a generation ago. This is a Princeton survey which says 75% people believe there is more stress today than one generation ago. Do you agree with that? Yes? Okay. Let's look at some more statistics. Statistics released in the UK say every year they're spending $530 million pounds because of stress and stress-related issues. In Australia, the figure is 14.81 billion Australian dollars. That's a lot of money. Let's look at what a Gallup poll found. 80% of the workers feel stress on the job, and nearly half say they need help in learning how to manage stress, and 42% say their co-workers need help. You know how it is? When they do a survey, Some of them said, I need it. But some of them said, my boss needs it even more. You know what I mean? Right? So the co-workers, including their bosses and their subordinates and everyone else, they need it more. I presented this session at the International Society for Performance Improvement in the US. And we had participants even from the US Coast Guard. And one lady who was the training officer at the US Coast Guard came up to me at the end of my session and said, Nikhil, your session was excellent. This is what we need more of. Not all the technical sessions, not all the functional sessions. We've got enough of that. Every year we get a refresher course on so many other things. But how to manage stress at the workplace and at home, if we know it well, then we are going to be better off. We are going to be better performers. We are going to improve our productivity. And she said, I'm going to get this happening within my organization. Because my friend, stress is a silent killer. It doesn't reveal itself until it's sometimes too late. You have problems with your health, you have problems with relationships, you have problems with productivity, and that's when you realize, hey listen, it could be because of stress. And sometimes organizations don't realize that even after that. Workplace stress in America costs more than $300 billion each year. Look at those figures, mind-boggling. The World Health Organization has predicted by the year 2020, there will be more people suffering from depression than from any other disease. That's 2020 and that's not very far away. And depression is because of stress. Just imagine you have a depressed person coming into your organization to work. And depression is not huge depression. I'm saying minor depression. Is he going to be as productive? Yes? He can't be. She can't be. So we need to know how to help them to manage their stress better. 50% of Americans say stress has a negative impact on both their personal and professional lives. 35% cite jobs interfering with their family or personal time as a significant source of stress. And finally, very, very alarming, 8% connect stress to divorce or separation. But just imagine the effects. 8% believe that stress has caused their divorce. What's happening to families? What's happening to the work environment? Very, very alarming. My friends, the last survey, Integra survey, says 62% routinely find that at the end of the day, they have work-related neck pain. How many of us have a little bit of neck pain sometimes? Raise your hand up. Wow, this is about 60% of your hands up, right? 44% reported stressed out eyes by the end of the workday. How many of you feel your eyes hurt a little bit? Wow, you got 40% here. 38% complained of hurting hands, and 34% reported difficulty in sleeping because they were too stressed out. How many of us feel that we don't sleep as well as we really should? Raise your hand up. Sleep is not of excellent quality. 40% right here. Most working executives today are sleep deprived. If it's not the quantity of sleep, it's definitely the quality of sleep. Do you agree with me? Sometimes you could be sleeping 8 hours, so quantity is fine. But the quality is equal to 4 hours. And that's not good enough, because that's going to affect your performance the next day, right? This is the price that we pay for ineffective communication within organizations. And I tell you, the greatest illusion in communication is that communication is happening when actually it's only a transfer of some words, but not meaning, not understanding. And it's very important that we spend some time on developing, sharpening, honing our skills, which I call the 6 skills of communication, because it's at the nerve of all interpersonal relationships. Are you communicating effectively? I want loud answers, yes or no, to 3 questions. The first one, are you always satisfied with the results of your communication? Yes or no? Loud. Yes. Are you always satisfied? No. 2, do people always understand well when you explain? No. No. And last, do I sometimes find myself regretting conversations and wish they would have gone differently? Yes. If your answer is no to the first 2 and yes to the third, there's a great room for improvement
folks, we need to be even sharper than the rest of the organization in the areas of communication. So I'm going to leave with you 6 important skills that you should develop. One, obviously, is the skill of telling.